Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is the first video that I've ever made, so sorry if there's bad lighting and quality. Expect better in the future. So I start off with a pump of the Meaningful Beauty Cindy Crawford Antioxidant Day Cream. It looks like this, in case you want to get it. Okay, so I'm just gonna start blending it out. And I'm gonna dot it around my face actually real quick. And then just blend it out. So I like this. It kind of makes my skin feel more moisturized and look better throughout the day. Now I do have a few breakouts, so my foundation probably won't look as good as usual. I usually don't, but having a bad skin day. Anyhow, after that I go in with the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer, and I'm almost out, so it's a little hard to get it out. But I take about that much, and then I'll just blend that out with my beauty blender. It doesn't take very much, and I like it because it definitely minimizes my pores. But it's just my personal preference. You can use any other primer if you want. You can use one that makes your skin look more glowy. Anything you want. And also, sorry if I'm looking up, my mirror is in front of me. Okay, I go in with my Kat Von D foundation in the shade Light 45 Neutral. So I take about a pump and a half of that. Now personally, I don't like to dot on my foundation just because I feel like it dries too quickly and I don't have enough time to blend. So I start off with my cheek from the bottom corner and I blend it all the way up under my eye and on this part of my face. Then I do my chin. And I take the extra product and blend it above my lip. And if I have enough extra, I'll blend some of that onto my nose. And just make sure I blend out on the sides of my nose. Okay. So my worst breakout area is my chin. Ooh. And I have makeup remover on my hand apparently. So I just really messed up my nose. Okay, fixed that. So now I'm going to do this on my face. Okay. Make sure I get under my nose, because I have redness on these two sides of my nose. So I gotta make sure I get that well taken care of. And then I'll blend my foundation onto my lips, so that when I go in with lipstick, I have all the color pigmentation of my lips canceled out. Then I do my forehead. And I'll blend that, and then I'll just take my hands and kind of make sure there's no color differences in between that and my hairline, because it's easy to miss that little part. Okay, then I make sure I have the sides of my face, and then I'll use the rest of the product. So you need to make sure that you get underneath your chin. That is a very easy place to miss. And then I just blend it down my neck, making sure I get the sides and everything. And then just blend it down farther, because if there's any color difference, you want it to be concealed as much as possible. Because this isn't my perfect shade match, but it'll do. Just make sure everything's nice and blended out, especially on my nose because it likes to separate there. make sure you have everything just nice and blended. Okay, so after your foundation is blended out, I go in with my Kat Von D Lock It Concealer in the shade L31. Now I'm almost out of this, so I kind of got to dig around a little bit. And then I go underneath my eyes. And I go right up to my lashes. And then I do the other side. And then I blend it out. Blend up the other side. And then I like to go in with my fingers and just double make sure that it's blended out nice. Now always remember to go in with your ring finger because it's the finger that applies the least amount of pressure. Then after that, I'll run the rest of that's on my fingers on my eyelid or eyelids to cancel out some of the darkness on them. Make sure you get the inner corners because you just want to cancel out as much darkness as possible. Cover FX liquid highlight in the shade Sunlight. Took me a minute to find that. Okay. So I'll take my beauty blender and I put like 2 drops on it. And then I will blend it where I usually put highlight. Just make sure I have it nice and blended out. It's a little dark at first, but once you blend it out, it looks pretty good. And then I just like to go in with my finger and make sure it's all blended out and none of it is thick and gloopy. Cool. Got a little hair. So after I have that side done with some blinding highlight, I'll do the other side. So I just take another 2 drops and I do the other side. And I like to go under my eye as well, but that's just personal preference as always. You know, do whatever you want. And if you don't want a blinding highlight, do less product or do a different highlight. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, so after both of those sides are blended out, I take another drop and I'll do my chin and Cupid's bow. Now I like to put a lot of highlight on my Cupid's bow, but I have not fully blended out yet, so it won't be that crazy as it looks now. And I like to kind of go in with my finger because it's a little hard to get your beauty blender in there good on that small of a space. At least for me it is, but that's just personal preference as always. And especially if you're doing it on a client, you don't want to touch their face. So do use a beauty blender. And then I just take that on my nose and then really blend it out. Take like half of a pump. But if you want it extremely blinding, do more, blend it out less. Want less, use less. Kind of how it always is. And then I take about another drop and I will do a dot over my eyebrow. And then I'll go to my other eyebrow and do another dot. And I learned this technique from watching James Charles videos, so I like the way it looks better than just going in the middle, which is something that Jeffree Star does. Okay, so after I blend that out, got my blend and highlight on, I powder. And this is by Physicians Formula. It's kind of rubbed off, so it's hard to see. And I put on my powder. Because my highlight is my last cream product that I use. And so I want to make sure that I set everything so that nothing creases, or at least it doesn't crease as badly. After that, I go in with my Laura Geller New York Baked Eyeshadow Sensation Trio, and I use this contour shade, and I use this brush, which is a sculpting brush by Real Techniques, and I just kind of get a good amount, and then I go on the hollows of my cheeks. Make that face you always make when you do contour, and then make sure you blend it out because you don't want any harsh lines on your face. Okay, so once that's blended out nicely and your cheeks are sculpted, go in on the other side. Blend it out. Make that stupid looking face. And then now that both sides are blended out, go in again and go down the sides of the nose. Sorry, I'm probably blocking everything with my hand. So I go down the sides of my nose, I do these parts of my nose as well. Make sure I blend it out good so I don't look weird. And then I get more product and I kind of sculpt out my jawline. And I don't do my forehead, but once again, it's personal preference. If you want to do it, whatever floats your boat. And then I go in with blush. Now I go in very lightly with this blush because it's very pigmented and powdery. It's a City Color Matte Blush in the shade Blackberry. Then do your little fake smile. Blend it on. Get a little bit more. Just like the tiniest amount, and then like shake it off and get even tinier amount, and just going very light-handed, kind of get some off of my hand, and then just go in lightly. I don't like a heavy blush. Some of you do, some of you don't, whatever floats your boat, once again. And that is my face routine. Hope you guys liked it. And don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, and leave a comment down below what you want to see next. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.